Hello, I'm Mike Daniele. I'm a clinician at a behavioral hospital in Illinois. Before that, I worked as a counselor for the health department in Illinois, and there is where I met Dr. Nagella. And it just so happened to be in the employee lounge. I was heating up my food, which happened to be a gooey, meaty, cheesy pizza that was left over in my fridge, and I shoved it into the microwave, and then when I pulled it out, it slipped through my fingers and fell face flat on the floor. And it just so happened that Dr. Nagella was there, and he said, "I guess you weren't supposed to eat that." And that began a friendship that helped me to understand my relationship with food, and my unhealthy eating had to change. But that wasn't the first time that I had heard that. I also heard that kind of information from my GI doctor. For years, I suffered from stomach issues like diverticulitis, ulcerative colitis, also acid reflux. And to make matters worse, my mother told me that we have IBS in our family. So I just figured all the digestive issues that I was having was a direct result of my genetics. But I was wrong, and that's what I learned from Dr. Nagella. Also, my GI doctor had repeated the same thing, that it was largely a direct result of my diet. And this is what my diet consisted of. The routine was, in the morning, I would go to Dunkin' Donuts, I'd get a donut, or I'd go to McDonald's and get an Egg McMuffin, or maybe I would head over to IHOP if I could get some pancakes and whatnot. Then for lunch, leftover pizza, or maybe perhaps just go grab a burger or some fries. And then for dinner, it was pasta and red meat. That's what I grew up on, and that had largely consistently been my diet for many, many years. But it was that diet that put me in the hospital, and it was that diet that was implicated in my GI doc removing 9 inches of my colon. And he did warn me that if things didn't change, that he would see me again next year, and I didn't want that. I had to up my game, so his advice to me was the same advice that was given to me by Dr. Nagella, and probably the same advice that you're hearing today. Change my diet. I had to start eating fruit, vegetables, legumes, lots of fiber, and drink lots of water, and that's exactly what I've done. The diet saved my life. I gave up red meat. I have cut down on breads and processed sugars. I eat lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, and lots of fiber. And the difference? The difference has been huge. I no longer have the stomach issues that I once had. The intestinal inflammations that I was having as a result of the diverticulitis are gone. They have stopped completely. But that's not all. I didn't realize that by changing your diet, you change so many other things. My mood changed. That is according to my wife. And secondly, my brain fog that I had attributed to aging was gone. And so now there was much more clarity in the way I was thinking. And I just feel really, really good as I'm getting older. When I look back over the years and I realize just how bad my diet had been, and the day that I met Dr. Nagella, that was the day that things changed for me. And this could be the day things changed for you. But for me, the day I fumbled that pizza was the day that I picked up a new diet and a change of direction in my life. Thank you for hearing my story, and thank you, Dr. Nagella, for changing my life.